Today, 685 persons have tested positive for the virus from a sample size of 4,912 in the last 24 hours. This is a positivity rate of 12%, up from around 4% when we relax the containment measures. Therefore, a total of 44,881 persons have now been confirmed positive in our country, with a cumulative tested persons of 621,976. 635 Kenyans are Kenyans, while 50 are female, while 50 are foreigners. 456 persons are male, while 229 are female, with the youngest being a 1-year-old baby, while the oldest is 99 years old. In terms of counties, as I had said earlier, there are some counties that are now beginning to be of concern. And you will remember that when the disease started and some counties were more heavily affected than others, we had to take measures to contain those counties, restricted movement so that people could not be able to, so that the disease can be contained without people spreading it to other counties as well. Today, NAC advised that even in those counties, that the county governments take strict measures to ensure that, number one, all the health workers there have got personal protective equipment, and this is available. Secondly, is to ensure that in social gatherings, distances are kept. Thirdly, we are asking enforcement agencies to ensure that we enforce the current containment measures, keeping in mind that responsibility for containment of the virus, as we have said many times before, lies with individuals. It is an individual responsibility to put on a mask. It's an individual responsibility to keep the distance. And it's an individual responsibility to keep on washing our hands. At this time, when our children, or some of our children, have gone back to school, this becomes even more critical and even more important, so that we do not have infection rates beginning amongst the children. Worthy of note today is that we are also witnessing high ICU cases, including in counties such as Isiolo, where there has never been an ICU case, but now we have them. Today, we have 28 cases in ICU, and closing very quickly towards 1,000 admissions in health facilities. This is not even counting those who are in home care. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is no doubt that we are witnessing what our modeling team this morning were calling a case of new infections. We are heading for a second wave without doubt. We are also witnessing higher cases from prisons and other institutions across the different counties. As mentioned earlier, there are some counties that are of concern, Nakuru being a particularly high one, and we are asking Nakuru residents to be on the lookout and to know that cases are rising rather sharply in that county. Nairobi as well is beginning to show a steep upward swing, as is Mombasa at 73 today, while in the previous days it has been much, much lower. I will be distributing the list to the media so that they can be able to inform the country, county by county, what is actually happening. We have some recoveries as well. 105 people have recovered from the disease, 73 from home-based care program, while 32 have been discharged from various hospitals. The total recoveries today stand at 31,857. Unfortunately, if you remember, yesterday we lost 12 people. Today we have lost another 7 patients with the disease, bringing our total fatalities to 832. And our sincere condolences go to the families of the bereaved. Finally, let me say this. We need to reflect on these numbers, and especially the rising positive cases and deaths. If they don't mean anything to us, then please let our loved ones count. Because when all else fails, it is our sacred duty to protect them. Remember, as I have said repeatedly, we cannot afford to treat this disease normally. Let us not go back to normal behavior. It will hurt us if we do go back. So please take caution and do the needful. Wear your masks. Stay at home if you can and work from there. Social distance at all times and sanitize. I want to thank the members of the Fourth Estate for your unwavering support and continuing to eliminate the status of coronavirus in the country. Sometimes we appreciate the frustration. We appreciate the fact that it is taken for granted. We have said it for so long that we believe there is possibilities of fatigue setting in. There is fatigue among the citizenry for being asked to behave in a manner that they have not been. Probably people thought it is something they were going to do for a couple of months, and then it was going to end. Sadly, I must tell my fellow Kenyans, be prepared for the long haul. This is not going to be a short-term issue.